vocab words we need to know before going into Objective 1 practice for angles, triangles, and prisms. First one is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles just means they are right next to each other. Okay, let's write that down. Okay, so that would look like these two angles are right next to each other. Could be a straight line. Those two angles are right next to each other. Okay, it could look a lot of different ways. These two angles would be right next to each other. And notice on all of these, the side in between is shared by both angles. So they're right next to each other and they're sharing a side. Vertical angles are across from each other. Okay, and they are formed by two intersecting lines. So it could be the top and the bottom. They're across from each other. Could be angles on the left and the right. They're across from each other. Those are called vertical. And their measures are equal. So let's write that down as well. Equal measurements. Okay. Supplementary means they add to 180. A lot of times they'll be right next to each other, but they don't have to be. So if they're right next to each other, they'll make a straight line, something like that. But we could have an angle here and an angle over here. If this is 110 and this is 70, they're still supplementary even though they're not right next to each other. Okay, they could be adjacent, right next to each other, or they could be separated. They just have to add up to 180. Complementary then, add to 90 degrees. A 90-degree angle looks like the corner of a box. But again, they don't have to be right next to each other. They don't have to be adjacent. They could be separated, but if this is 40 and this is 50, if they add up to 90, they're still going to be complementary. Okay, could be next to each other, could be separated. All right, these four vocab words, four different types of angles, are vital that you know them and that you know them really well. If you don't know these definitions, it's going to be similar to not knowing your rules for multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. It's going to make your life a lot more difficult. So know these terms, know how to use them. It's going to help you with practice, content assessment, and unit assessment. Okay? All right, let's look at some examples.